Bandai's new Naruto card game is set to release in the year 2027. However, I'm going to share with you today how it could release as early as this year. What's up everyone, it's Garrett with Talking Cards, and today we're talking about the Naruto card game. This is a game I'm very excited about, and I've already released some content on the upcoming Naruto card game from what I think could happen with the game, like predictions wise, and just going over the release of what Bandai has released so far about the Naruto card game. Well, today I'm talking about something different. Right now, Bandai has said that the game will release in 2027. However, the game could come out as early as this year. So how could the game come out before 2027? Well, with some of Bandai's other titles like One Piece and Gundam, they actually got cards into players' hands at a much earlier rate before the release date. They did this through some pre-release formats. In One Piece, it was the deck limited battle with super pre-release decks, and in Gundam, it was with the beta format. Today, I'm going to break down these two formats as this could point a direction for the Naruto card game and how we could get cards before 2027. So the One Piece card game was set to release in December of 2022. However, it gave us a super pre-release event before that in September through October. It was like September 30th to like October 6th, I believe. We had these super pre-release events where you would choose out of one of the first 4 starter decks and you would run the event with that starter deck. And the winner got an exclusive Luffy winner card, and this was only for this event. The card is actually really sought after today and is actually worth quite a bit of money. Outside of these super pre-release events at your local stores, they also had an additional format called deck limited battles. These were really cool because this got way more players into the game at a larger scale. This was like a regional-like event online. And with the deck limited battles, it was a similar format. However, you could take 2 of one starter deck and pretty much make whatever you could out of it. For example, the Crocodile starter deck came with 2 Doflamingo SRs. And in this format, I could take 2 Crocodile starter decks so that I could play a total of 4 Doflamingo SRs in my deck, even though there was only 2 in the starter decks. So that's why it was deck limited battle, because you can take this limited card pool and kind of combine 2 starters to come up with the best deck list and then battle, you know, whatever people are playing, you know? So whatever ratios they came up with for Kaido, Luffy, Croc, and Kid was this format. And it was really cool to kind of just introduce the game and give us prizing and give us a feel for the One Piece card game. And I really enjoyed this format. I played DLB and I got 9th, I think it was. I have to go look back. And then in the super pre-release event, I won a Luffy. So it was really cool, got me excited for the game, got me hyped for One Piece, and really kind of created a meta before the game came out and allowed players to really start to get their feet wet with the interactions of like how cards can interact, how the combo system worked, how you should efficiently use leader swings, and how to kind of manage your Don, like when should I attach it, when should I use it to play, you know, more bodies on board. And it just really was a great way to like get the hype going for the game. However, this was One Piece's system, and Gundam did not follow suit. Gundam did its own thing. So let's talk about Gundam's beta format. So with the Gundam card game, Bandai did things a little differently. The game was set to release on July 25th with the first set, and that was in 2025. However, the game did a beta format. And what's a beta format? Well, let's establish that first. So with the beta format, you got these beta boxes, and these beta boxes contain 16 packs, and each pack contained 9 cards. And with these 16 packs contained cards from this card set of 86 cards. And these 86 cards were varying alt arts of certain cards, cards from the first 4 starter decks, and cards from the first Gundam set. That's what made up the beta format, and it was like a total of 84 cards around there. And it was a really cool thing. It started at Bandai Card Fest way back in December of 2024, despite the street date of July 25th of 2025. So it's really cool that they were able to get, you know, cards into players' hands, have them experience this beta format where they got to, you know, deck build, where they got to see how resources work, the Gundam's unique mana system, and see how all interactions could work and play out. These beta events started at Bandai Cards Fest and then moved into local stores, as well as being able to be purchased online through the premium Bandai site, which was actually the toughest way to get these beta cards. The easiest way was actually to line up at your local store and, you know, be one of the first like 25 in or however many sets they had. And the other way was they went by the app, and if you were selected on the app, you were good to go. So that was the beta format, and it was really fun to play. And this lasted from, like I said, December to July. And with this Gundam beta format, we actually had a healthy player base online through events with Eagle's Nest and then Eggman's Events. These events actually created a nice player base where everyone got to try the beta format, try to come up with the best decks, and as more cards got revealed from set 1, players would start proxying and adding those into your decks of your beta decks. And this created a fun format online that people really competed for and had fun with. You know, Eagle's Nest did these events every week. And once the full set was revealed, Eagle's Nest even had a competition for a Soletta alt art from the beta box. And I actually won that tournament, and that's when I created the green-white deck with Wing Zero, and it was a really fun deck. And I ended up playing it for the first few sets of Gundam. And my point with that is this all started from the beta format. The roots were there, and the players showed up to play in these online events. You know, some places started holding locals and just giving store credit, and you would play with your beta decks, and you would add proxy cards when they were revealed and stuff like that. And it just created a fun environment and really, helped the hype for the game. Because, I mean, when you have a release date of July, 25th of 2025, and you gave a beta product all the way back in December 2024, it's your hype has the opportunity to kind of die down, So it's up to the players and content creators to try to keep that hype up. For us, we now know about Naruto in June. So June was when it was announced, and it comes out in 2027. We don't even know when in 2027. So that's at least 6 months. So how do we keep the hype up for the game during this time? Well, I think the best way to do that is either One Piece's way of doing the deck limited battles and super pre-release events, or Gundam's beta format. Now, Naruto could create its own path, but I don't see how it doesn't do one of these two things, right? One Piece's deck limited battles with starter decks was a cool way to get players involved and get, cards in a player's hands, where a beta format in Gundam felt a little more complete, to be honest with you, than the starter decks. So it really just depends how they're gonna build the game. We don't know still how Naruto plays. We don't know if it's a leader-based game or anything like that. The starter decks might have made more sense than a beta format for One Piece because of the leaders. We got 4 leaders this way with the, super pre-release decks with Crocodile, Kid, Kaido, and Luffy. And then in the beta format, since Gundam doesn't have leaders, it just kind of allowed for this here are these cards, and you guys go and start creating, which was really fun and exciting, but the problem was we all wanted more really fast. So I don't know when Naruto could trickle this in, or when Bandai decides oh, it's demo events at your local stores, and then we're gonna do one of these 2 formats. I don't know, but my guess is that we will get a pre-release format before the game even comes out. So as always, I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think we'll see super pre-release battles, or do you think we'll see something more akin to Gundam with the beta format? I want to hear. And as always, if you like this video, please like, comment, and smash that subscribe button. I'm going to keep making Naruto content, and with more information coming out, I'll keep putting out more things for you guys to hopefully watch and enjoy. So once again, thanks for watching. See you next time.